Is that an X? Is that an O? So sports talk? Yeah, let's go.
In a way.
I got my swag.
I got it back. My swag. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it back. Did y'all see it? I got it back. Wait, let me fix my hat. Woo!
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to tell you what you look like. I'm not going to tell you. I want to tell you what it looked like, but I can't. I'll tell you off air.
Well, I got it back. And this is XO Sports Talk. This is episode 78. Yes, 78. Episode number 78. And we're coming to you live on Thursday night. We're right here, y'all. We got it going on. Go tell somebody. Tune in right now. Stop what you're doing. Hey, turn off that nighttime show you're watching and tune in to XO Sports. Fellas, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's go. I mean, wow. That's way too much energy for me.
I'm ready.
I got nothing.
Oh, man, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do it. There's a lot going on.
It's almost 9:30 in the evening, and he's like, hey. And like he had about 4 Red Bulls.
I'm turning in early tonight.
Hey, what you used to be, yeah.
In heavenly peace. That's what it's going to be. It's sleepy time.
Oh, my
Folks,
goodness.
This is really nothing scripted. This is just is just him running amok.
Yeah,
Straight off the top. Straight off the top.
You came late on the show. We've been waiting on you, Gore.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Just like I wanted my last name out there, but thank you very much. Okay. Anything? You want to give them my birthday, my social security number while you're at it too?
No, but
how about what blood type am I?
So let them know.
Yeah,
you're like sausage and pepper grinders, huh?
Yeah. Talk. See?
Is he a leg thigh or wingman?
Okay. Yeah, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to episode 78 of XO Sports Talk. Tonight we have a lot of things to talk about.
Yes.
But first, Brian, tell them about the subscribe button, please.
Yeah, we want to thank the viewers and listeners to listening to XO Sports Talk, where we don't just talk X and O's of the game, but we talk about the love of the sport. That's what we do here. And we also we want to appreciate you for giving us your time and attention, and please hit that subscribe and notification bell so you'll be notified when we are performing live. And you can also follow us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. But we want to definitely appreciate you and want to give thanks, and you can join in on the conversation, on the debate, if you just want to hit the comments, or you can also dial in at 475-221-5006. Thank you once again.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
Tell them to call in. Let us know what's going on. Yeah. Hey, listen, man. Let's just say what's up to Malcolm and Terry, who couldn't be here with us tonight. Malcolm and Terry, what's up, fellas? What's up?
Yeah,
and
getting ready for that Christmas or something.
Yeah, man. No, man. We're trying to get the whole band back together. So you know how that goes, man. Somebody wants to do a tour overseas, and they forget that the band is here. We're still waiting on them. So let's get back over here, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that tour overseas. You'll be able to do it.
I don't know. I think we're paying too much, man.
Oh, yeah.
Not too much vacation time around here.
Yeah, something's going
on. In the world of sports, we had 2 passings. the passing of former NBA coach and player Paul Sialis, and the passing of Mississippi State coach Mike Leach.
Yeah.
Two young men lost to us way too early in life. And we truly from XO Sports Talk, we give our condolences to the families.
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. Tough one.
Truly, watching Paul Sialis, he was a very classy man. And Mike Leach, they said he brought a lot to the sport of college football.
Yes, he did.
Where that everywhere he went to coach, he was a success.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he had a 600% winning percentage in college football, which was
excellent coach,
outstanding.
Yes.
Emerson.
Yes, sir.
If you please give me and the viewers the college basketball rankings.
Listen, here we go. You know what? I'm going to start off with the women because we always know ladies first. Ladies, you are always first. Listen, in the women's college basketball rankings, we're going to start off with number 1 rank, South Carolina. Coach Staley has them playing. Listen, we just might as well just punch their ticket. They're going to be there at the end. They're going to be in the Final Four. They're just a tough, well-coached team, and they're just playing some good basketball right now. Coming in at number 2, Stanford. Come on. This program has just been a wonderful program for many, many years, and they just continue that trend out there. They're coming in with a 10-1 record right now, but I'm telling you, they watch out. They're going to be right there when we're talking Final Four in women's college basketball. Stanford name is going to be there. Listen, coming in at number 3 this week, we got the Ohio State. Not only are their women's basketball program doing well, but their football program is doing well too. But we're talking about women's college basketball right now. And I just want to send a shout out to the women's college basketball team at Ohio State coming in at number 3. Coming in at number 4, we're talking about Indiana, the basketball state that just has great players for many, many years. They've been producing great players over the years, both in women's basketball and men's basketball, high school basketball and all. They're coming in with a 10-0 record. And to round out my top 5 in women's college basketball this week, we got Notre Dame. Yes, 8-1. Notre Dame is just a hard-nosed team that knows how to win in crunch time, knows how to beat some of the top teams. Listen, they were able to knock off UConn, and then they lost earlier in the year. They lost to Maryland by 2 points. That was on December 1st, but then they came back to beat UConn on December 4th. So Coach Ivy has them playing, and they're going to be right there in the thick of things when it comes to women's college basketball. When we start talking about Final Four, look for Notre Dame to be in the mix. Let me move over to the men's side real quick for you. All right. At number 1, we have Purdue. They're coming in with a 10-0 record. Listen, just a solid performance this year. Purdue just kind of came out of nowhere. I know they had a pretty good recruiting class. I don't think many people were thinking about them earlier in the preseason, but here they are right now as we are in the season. They are 10-0. Coming in at number 2. Listen, I don't know if the young ones out there can remember Ralph Sampson, but I don't know if Virginia's been ranked this high since Ralph Sampson played, and we're going back to the 80s. He was a great 7'4" center that played for Virginia University way back in the 80s. But here they are, ranked number 2 right now with an 8-0 record. And then at number 3, we got those UConn Huskies right here from Connecticut. Go UConn. Listen, Coach Hurley has them playing like you wouldn't believe, but he comes from a lineage of basketball greats. His father, his brother, and it's just in the blood. And he's going to have that UConn team playing to the end until the breaks come off. Listen, look for UConn to be around that Final Four, one of those Final Four teams this year. I'm telling you, they have some great young players and they have a great bench too. So watch out for the UConn Huskies. Coming in at number 4, we got Alabama. Go Crimson Tide. Listen, they're number 4. They're doing something that maybe the football team couldn't do. So anyway, they're here at number 4, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Listen, they are 9-1 right now. playing some good basketball. I'm telling you, that's a team you better watch out for. You heard it here first. I know they are so known for their football, the great football team that they have down there. But listen, they can do it on the hardwood as well. So watch out for Alabama down the stretch. And coming in at number 5 this week in my college rankings of top 5 in the men's college basketball poll, I got the Houston Cougars. I don't know if you remember. I'm trying to go back to the 5 slammer jammer with Clyde Drexler, Akeem Olajuwon, Larry Mean Mishaw, Mr. Mean, they used to call him. That was back in the 80s. But here they are, ranked number 5 right now with a 10-1 record. Listen, I remember the great teams of Clyde the Glide, and the great Olajuwon, and there was this guy named Larry Mr. Mean back in the 80s. Listen, they were a tough team, I'm telling you, but now this Houston team looks good. They're playing some good ball, so watch out for them. That is what I had this week in the women's college basketball and men's college basketball rankings. It's going to be a great season, and I'm excited. Let's go, college basketball.
Let's go. Yeah.
Well, you're like butter on a roll.
Hey, man, I just keep
Why
on
stop
going,
there?
huh?
Yeah. And while you was doing all that and you had to catch a breath.
Listen, man, did something happen? Did something happen in hockey? Because I'm ready to go to my hockey update. I got some hockey updates for you. Are you ready? Let me go, Gore. Turn me loose, let me go. Listen.
Before you let him loose, before you
Psych ward had already released you. I was going to sign the papers for you to stay. But
just get the oxygen bottle for a minute. 2 things. Phil chimed in and he was asking about the Cowboys signing T.Y. or should they went after OBJ? And also, Deb Gamble was in the chat as well, and she welcomed everybody and, gave her
hello, everybody.
Highs for the blessed holidays. And we wish you the best
nice.
as well, Deb. We missed you last week. Yeah. It's good to see you back.
How about that?
Welcome back.
Our people that come on from everywhere, or literally all over the country. That's a beautiful thing, huh?
Then we got
teasing a lot.
Somebody in there asking about the Niners, but I think I know who that mysterious person may be.
Is that T Sizzle? Is that T Sizzle? Huh? Well, listen, I'm just happy that we're talking about those Cowboys. We're going to get to that, Phil, in a little bit when we get to our football segment. But I'm just going to run this NHL because we got some good things going on in the NHL. In the world of hockey, as you know, Washington Capitals, the great Alex Ovechkin, I think I said his name right, after 18 seasons, he's on the brink of passing Gordie Howe's record for over 800 plus goals. And I think he can do it tonight. They're playing right now as we speak, playing in the NHL for 18 years, your body taking that beating. Listen, I give him his props. My hat goes off to him. I salute him for a wonderful, wonderful career. Now, let me get to my power rankings that I have in the NHL. In the world of the NHL, listen, over in the Atlantic Division, those Boston Bruins, they're just hot. They can't be stopped. They just keep going and going and going. They're sitting at the number 1 spot in the Atlantic Division at 23-4. Right behind them, very close, are the Toronto Maple Leafs. In the Atlantic Division, they have a record of 19-5. They've been playing some good hockey as well. I was watching their game the other night, and they look really good. I think they're going to come on real strong later on in the season. In the Metropolitan Division, we got the New Jersey Devils sitting at a record of 21-6 right now. And we know those New Jersey Devils, they come every night on that ice, and they're going to bring it to you. Also in that Metropolitan Division, trying to sneak up on them are the Carolina Hurricanes. Watch out for them. We know they're just a team that just comes out of nowhere. They just go on a win streak and they'll run 5 to 6 games off in a row. So watch out for those Carolina Hurricanes. Listen, in the Western Division, we have the Dallas Stars sitting at 17-8. And this is where it gets real tricky right now because the Winnipeg Jets are right behind them at 18-9 with an 18-9 record. So they're going to be fighting all year for that 1 and 2 spot in that Western Division. Over in the Pacific Division, we got the Vegas Golden Knights sitting at 21-9. Along right behind them is Seattle, and they've been playing some good hockey. Watch out for them. They're going to be a team. I got a little sleeper team. I always pick a sleeper team. Watch out for Seattle. I'm telling you, they're going to sneak up on everybody. That's out in the Pacific Division. They got a record of 16-9, and that is my call this week from the rankings of the NHL. So watch out. There's some good hockey going on. I want to see Alex break that record. I think it'd be great. I mean, there's so many great players that have graced the ice. The great Wayne Gretzky, as we know. Gordie Howe is a wonderful player. And there's so many other great young players right now. But to play for 18 seasons is just a wonderful, wonderful feat. So hats goes off to our good friend Alex doing his thing on the ice. Yeah. That is my report from the NHL.
Quick question around the board before you go, Aaron.
Sure.
What are everybody's thoughts? Do you think he will break? I forgot his name.
Gordie Howe?
No, he's going to pass Gordie Howe. Gretzky. Yes. Is he going to pass Gretzky?
I think what's his age?
He's going to need about 3 more seasons to do that, I think.
Well, he's going to need... I'm thinking he might need 2.
I can't remember how old he is right now off the top of my head.
He played 18 seasons.
He played 18 seasons. But the great Wayne Gretzky is another... He is the GOAT.
I think Gretzky got like 890. So you
somewhere in that name, yeah.
So you figure if
it can happen.
Yeah.
It can happen.
I think he might get it.
It can happen.
Figure you're at the quarter mark at this season.
Yes.
So you figure he could probably get to maybe 830.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, you never know.
We'll see.
All right. All right, Gordon.
Aaron's over there in deep thought.
I'm depressed.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
I'm depressed.
All right.
And I'm not on depressive medication.
Well, let's roll. Let's roll, my friend.
I'm having a hard time rolling because
I have a battery issue that I don't know.
Why don't you ask me why am I depressed instead of just saying let's roll.
Okay,
well, tell it.
Welcome to the Dr. Phil session of the show.
Road and ask me why am I depressed? Instead of just taking the car and just saying, "Hey, he'll be all right," and just keep on going.
Would you like a lollipop?
This is the Dr. Phil moment of the show.
I would like a cookie. Smart Alec.
Lollipop.
I didn't ask you to sing. I just said, "Get me the lollipop."
All right, Aaron. Why are you depressed?
Oh man.
Thank you. Brian. I am totally at a loss because I watched Black Adam. The Rock.
MJ.
The music was really setting the tone, Brian.
Yeah.
Well, you wasn't talking loud enough, so I don't know. That killed it. There you go.
Yeah, that killed it.
There you go.
Here's the problem.
You want your music again, or you good?
Yes, hit the music.
Oh boy. There you go.
Thank you. I watched Black Adam. I went to the movies to see it.
Oh, wow.
And after spending $40 to go see the movie, the next week they put it on Vudu.
Hey!
And so I bought the movie.
All right.
And the awesome part of the movie at the end, in my eyes, they brought Superman out. And Cavill, who plays Superman, he came out, he did it real smooth. He said, Black Adam, we need to talk. And The Rock looked at him and said, okay. So that's how it left off. You didn't know if they were going to fight or not. Now they have some new people over at Warner Brothers, and they don't like him.
Oh, wow.
They want him out. And then the new guy that's in charge of Warner Brothers,
bring it in,
James Gunn. He said,
please.
He said this week, no, he's staying.
Okay.
Then today he said, no, he's out.
All right.
Yeah, I did read that. I read that.
And so now The Rock is saying, now that you got rid of him, I'm not doing another DC movie. I'm out.
Oh, wow.
And so,
maybe
you guys
can,
know I'm a comic book fan.
Maybe you can go and play that role for him. Maybe they'll hire you to play that role.
Yeah, maybe you can take your swanky hat and go and play the role yourself. All right.
Look like a Jimmy hat there, man.
Listen,
Jimmy hat. Yeah.
I gotta say this, fellas. I hate to say this, man, but listen, my battery level is like totally on 3% right now. And I want to apologize to the fans, to everyone. I thought I was charged up, and it's getting ready to go out like within the next few moments.
So,
and I just want to say goodnight to everybody because it's.
Well, just go ahead and do your soccer.
Go
ahead and do your soccer.
No, there's no soccer. We were just going to talk about the World Cup. I think it's going to be an interesting battle between France and Argentina. And I'm excited about the game of soccer in this World Cup, and it's been phenomenal. Sorry to see the United States get put out really early, but here we are. Go France. I love France. I love French food. I love the wonderful places in France. One day.
So who you taking? You taking France?
Yeah, you're down 2 minutes.
I know. Yeah, I know. I'm at 2% now. Yeah. I'm taking France. I'm going with France.
All right. Me, I think I'm gonna go with Argentina.
Okay.
Yeah. Aaron, you got to pick.
I'm like Ric Flair. To be the man, you got to beat the man. And they're back again since 2018 to show that they've got the title belt.
All right.
So you got to go with the champ. You got to go with France.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep. Heard it here first. XO Sports.
Yeah. All right. So I know y'all. I just want to say goodbye again. I know y'all are getting ready to get into the NFL and the NBA and all that good stuff, and some more good stuff that we had scheduled for the show. But I just want to say, how about them Cowboys?
Nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah, just click them off. Click them off. Don't let them suffer.
I want to say goodnight to everybody. I'm at 2% right now.
Brian, unplug them.
Yeah.
Don't let them suffer like that.
No.
Turn him off.
No,
don't turn me off.
All right. I can't help you. You gotta turn this off. All right. I can't help you.
NBA talk around the hoops.
Zion.
Well, tell me about Zion.
Listen, what an amazing athlete, first of all. Just the things that he's doing, coming back from injury right now, and how he's propelled that team to where they are, number one in the Western Conference. Yeah. They look scary right now, and Brandon Ingram is not even on the floor, so they get him back. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. I'm telling you, they're not afraid of anybody. They're going up against teams and smacking them around. They got some toughness right now, and Zion is unstoppable. He's unstoppable right now. So I don't know what teams are going to do. I don't know what they have planned to defend him, but he's unstoppable.
Brian.
Well, I have to agree. I think nobody saw them being on top of the West. So you got to give a shout out to the coach. The players, they got some young talent. They took some players from the Lakers as well, who are just blossoming. You see Brandon Ingrams, who missed a few games, and they're still balling right now. They're still missing Alonzo Ball. He's not in the lineup, but got to give that coach credit. Got them playing well, but that Western Conference, as we know, anybody can come out of it, and there's some shockers down up at the top, and there's some shockers down at the bottom. Who thought Golden State would be where they are, and we kind of thought the Lakers would be where they are. So it's going to be interesting when the playoff comes around for them.
Well, for me, I look at Golden State. It's hard. I think it's hard for them to play at their peak every night because everybody's gunning after the champion. And that's got to wear you down.
Yeah. And I think Golden State just want to get to the dance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If they can stay healthy, they feel like we can beat anybody on any given night.
Yeah.
So, like you said, they just want to get to the show. My feelings is I've said it once and I said it twice, and I will beat that horse into the ground.
What's that?
The Lakers should have traded LeBron. The Lakers should have traded Davis. Because I want to think about this, Brian.
What's that?
When the Lakers didn't have LeBron, people were still going to Staples Center. When they didn't have Davis, they were still going. So why are you continuing to drag LeBron around and Davis, who may give you 7 games? He's not going to be there at the end of the season because he's always fragile. You get rid of a beat up, you get rid of a player that can't stay healthy while you can get something for him. Because eventually, if you hold on to Davis too long, you're going to be stuck paying him for somebody that's on the bench.
Well, what I think though, there's aspects of it though. You talking about money? That's number one. And basically, I think it is. You have to look at it as they got what they went out to do. They won a championship. They figured they'd just try and run it back and see what happened, and it don't seem like it's gonna happen. So they got what they got. They got a championship, and in regards to what you're saying, and getting rid of Davis and LeBron, even if you do that, you wasn't gonna get what you was gonna get for LeBron. There was nothing that nobody was going to be able to replace it with.
No, you just hope that you can sucker somebody and get a lottery pick.
Well,
or a first round pick.
You're not getting just one pick for LeBron.
No, I'm just saying you're hoping that you can get a lottery pick and maybe a second, maybe another number one the next following year. But you don't hold that team is not going anywhere. They may go to the playoffs, but who are they going to beat?
But as you're saying tank sale, and there's no guarantee you're going to do anything after that because, like I said, it is really almost flip-flop now. You got the teams that weren't that great up on the top, and the ones that were great or better are down at the bottom. So you're seeing the younger players, Grizz, Pelicans, who thought Portland would be where they are. Phoenix, as you can kind of see now, they look like their window of opportunity has passed them by. So you're starting to see those teams that were up there coming down, and the young teams are up there. So if you're saying for the Lakers to do what you're suggesting is basically tank sailing, there was no guarantee where you would be.
Yeah. This is true.
Yeah, they just want to they just want to get into the dance and see what happens. Which, I don't know if it's possible. I don't know. And we'll see if they can get in there, yeah. But I am surprised. I thought Portland would be a team that was selling shop, and they're right there. I think they might be in the fourth spot or something like that. I have to look at the standings.
No, I just see that I just think, you know me, I try to look at the business point of it, and mine's is cut bait.
Yeah.
Send LeBron on his way. He's not going. I mean, he's not going to rise. His stock is not going to go higher. His stock can only go down. And Davis, as far as I'm concerned, it's already down.
Well,
You're holding on to a fragile stock in him.
we all know he's a top 10 player when he plays and is healthy and on the court. But
yeah,
that's
but
the problem. That's what I'm saying.
When is he going to play? Is it going to be like, okay, you get him to play before All-Star break, and then all of a sudden his body breaks down after the All-Star break?
Yeah.
And then he's on the sidelines in nice clothes? Yeah.
But I'm looking to see. I'm looking to see the teams because when we get the All-Star break. I just want to see who's up there. Denver is a team that's loaded. They're going to be I'm thinking of the West. There's so many teams, man.
You got Denver number 3 in the West.
Who's 4?
Memphis. 4 is Portland.
Portland is 4 of them, right? And that kid Simons, is it Simons or Simmons playing for Portland? He's nice too. So him and Dame is a tough tandem to stop. Those two.
Yep. And the thing is, when you look at the West, because they're all beating up each other.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You only have 6 teams that are over 5. No, I'm sorry. Man. You have your top 8 teams that are over 500.
Yeah.
The Utah Jazz is standing at 16-14. And that's pretty impressive, because when you go to the East, it's only your top 7.
Well, everybody knows.
The Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, we all know the East and the West is two different animals right there.
But I still think Boston can beat Golden. If they face Golden State, I think Boston can beat Golden State.
I think Boston can give anybody a hard time. Only thing I do think is they need Boston. I think they need another. They need just one more player to kind of help do some dirty work.
I don't think they need anybody. I think if the big man can stay healthy, I think his last name was Williams last year.
Yeah.
If Williams can stay healthy this year and they face Golden State, he's going to stand out like a sore thumb.
Oh.
The big man for Golden State, Draymond.
Yeah.
Because he won't be able to. He wasn't able to. That kid was hurt, and Draymond had a hard time with that kid.
Yeah.
Now, if that kid is healthy, he's gonna embarrass him.
But I think if Boston had to go against somebody like Denver, I think they would give him a hard time.
Be a different story.
Yeah. You talking about a big man who can play in the post and play big? That might give them some trouble.
Yeah.
I would say even Philly, but I don't think Philly has enough talent, and Boston would just run ship over them. But if Embiid had more talent around him, even though we talking about, I know we got Harden and Maxey. But Maxey's probably better than Harden. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What are you going to get from him? Is he going to show up, or is he going to be at McDonald's? I don't know. I don't trust Harden.
Nah, I don't expect them there. No. I was just talking about the team that plays big that can give Boston a hard time. Minnesota, Milwaukee. They'll give them a hard time because they're athletic and they're big.
But those two wouldn't face each other until the championship.
Well, depends on how everything plays out.
Well, they're 1 and 2.
Yeah, they're 1 and 2.
So they would be in different brackets until the end.
Yeah.
Uh, and the one that I always still say that, is a very sneaky team because they're going to come and play defense at the end from the East is Miami Heat. So I never cut up. I'm always watching that team. So.
Yeah, I know one of my friends, Y, is a Heat fan. Only thing that's concerned me is their shooting or their scoring. Sometimes it comes hard for them to score. It's not easy, which we know that's
I don't think they're going to win, but I think they can make it difficult.
They make it difficult for anybody.
Yeah, because they're going to come and play defense.
Yeah, they're going to play. That's their staple. Yeah, that's their staple of what they do. And
I agree with you.
And to me, I think to be that team, Jimmy Butler, don't get me wrong, he plays the right way, but I don't think he's dominant where he'll be like, yo, I got to do 30. He'll be like, nah, if the game is playing right, I can give you 8 and play good defense. That's just kind of the way he plays.
Do you think LeBron would fit in with Miami?
No.
How about Davis?
He might, but Davis can fit in with anybody. But if you're talking about giving him up for Bam, no. But you probably would have to give up Bam now. I'm not doing that. So, and Emerson will say difference about that.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's that?
The NFL talk. San Francisco 49ers, Brock Purdy is looking mighty Purdy, aka Mr. Irrelevant.
Brock Purdy.
I didn't see him coming.
Nobody saw him coming. Even in the draft night, nobody saw him coming. Last man standing. Yeah. And here's my question for you, which I wish, Terry, if you're listening, that you can chime in on that too. Hypothetically, which is all possible with the team that they have and the defense that they play. Hypothetically, if Purdy, I'm going to call him that, it takes you to the championship game. I'm not going to say if he win it because that would cause a whole nother thing, but takes you to the championship game and lose. What do they do in the situation of the team and the organization? Because you have 2 quarterbacks that have not played a full season, and then you have Jimmy G, who will be a free agent. Would you let him walk?
He's gone.
So you will go into next season with 2 quarterbacks that haven't played a full season. So that's what you're saying.
Well, no matter what, you're going into whatchamacallit may be on his way headed down to Tampa Bay.
Who's that?
Garoppolo.
Okay.
So I could be wrong. This is what I see now. Brady is out for Tampa for the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going there. I think Brady now may be in Miami next year.
Okay.
Because the owner wants Brady. Purdy is going to be the quarterback for the 49ers next year.
Ooh. But that's
Trey Lance.
So you're gonna have. No, I'm just saying. So you're saying Trey Lance, if Purdy does that, you're gonna have 2 quarterbacks that haven't even played. I don't know. That would be more than 8 games. They haven't played. Neither one of them played more than 8 games.
But here's the thing. That's what you were facing, no matter what. Wow. Do you tack on $20 million for Brady? And you got a quarterback at $300,000 that may get you to the NFC Championship?
Oh no! I'm just thinking more of the Trey Lance, Brock Purdy situation. I'm not really thinking about Jimmy G because you're not signing him back But
go back to history.
What?
With the football coach for the Shanahan. When Shanahan and his father were with Washington, the owner Snyder wanted, and the general manager, they wanted RG3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shanahan and his father didn't want RG. They wanted Kirk Cousin.
Yep.
And they drafted Kirk Cousin down in the draft. The owner was like, you can go ahead and draft him. He ain't playing.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. He said, go ahead. Until whatchamacallit blew out his knee.
Yeah.
And they allowed him to blow out his knee by the play calling. You know your quarterback has a bad knee, but you didn't care. Now you saw something and said, you know what? We'll draft this kid. I like what I see on film, but who's to say it's going to show up? So you're going to start Trey Lance, and Garoppolo's going to be your backup. Boom. Trey Lance gets hurt. Boom. Garoppolo gets hurt. Now this kid is coming in and he's beating right now in Seattle.
Well,
with that defense,
yep.
All Brock Purdy has to do, drive the car, stop at each stop sign, and stop at each red light. Don't go crazy on the highway, and we can get this team to the NFC Championship.
If that's the case, I don't think that you keep Trey Lance, because you keep
him.
You keep him. You talking about a player that you moved up for in the draft, or somebody who got picked last in the draft, playing the position.
They don't care.
As a GM, that wouldn't look good.
Yes, it would. Because for the owner, here's how it goes. I took a quarterback in the last round of the NFL draft.
Yep.
And he's going to take this team to the Super Bowl at $300,000.
But at the same time, you lost draft picks. Yeah.
So at $300,000, he has an opportunity to get the San Francisco 49ers to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how dangerous that makes the 49ers going into next year? Because you lose Garoppolo off the books at $20 million.
Mm-hmm.
So now that frees up that you don't have to spend $20 million on another quarterback, aka Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
You can now go get a corner, a safety, another defensive pass rush. You've got money to play with for the next 2 or 3 years before you have to give Brock Purdy his money.
But exactly. But if you're saying that, just say if they do, you figure you're going to lose players the next year. Mm-hmm. So if you're not going to play Lance anyway, you can probably get good value for him. Then you would get rid of him. I would get rid of him. Because
get rid of who?
Lance.
No.
Yeah. Why would you have 2 rookie quarterbacks up there? If you're saying Brock Purdy,
he's not a rookie.
Well,
Lance
he's not
is going to be in his 3rd year.
Yeah.
Next year, he's going to be in his 3rd year.
And hasn't played 8 games.
Think of Shanahan and Lynch. And Lynch is a competitor.
Okay.
Lynch is going to say, if this kid can compete at this high level, I don't care about what I pay for in the first round draft.
Yeah, you do, because you'd be losing a pick. You won't have a pick.
How?
When did it? Well, I have to look and see what they gave up to get him. I don't remember exactly. For Lance, they moved up.
All of that is irrelevant if Purdy can take them to the NFC Championship. All that's irrelevant because you took $300,000 quarterback and you made it to, I don't even know he's at 300,000.
He's probably not even that, but
so let's say he's making 200,000. A $200,000 quarterback gets you to the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
As a general manager, you look like a genius.
And you still gonna have to go get another quarterback. To me, because
no.
So you'll be basically having a rookie backing up a rookie, because you can't even say you can't say Lance is a veteran. I know he got the years, but he hasn't played. So you have a rookie backing up a rookie, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Third-year quarterback.
Well, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think let's go over. Well, we'll figure out. Because I think you think Tom Brady will be in Miami. That's what you're saying?
I think Miami's now his destination.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that'd be interesting. And I remember we had this discussion before. We was talking about who's the offensive coordinator from Tampa Bay? Byron Leftwich. I was like, get out of there. I was like, that team is old. He's like, take the job. And he's like, nope, get out of there. So you was gonna run it back with an old team that barely on it. Nope, get out of there.
Well, you know what? That's his fault.
Well, he didn't get the job in Jacksonville, so it wasn't his fault.
He had the job in Jacksonville, but he told them there were certain people that he wanted on the staff.
Oh,
and they told him, you know what? Sometimes you just go ahead and take the job.
Everybody ain't got to be Lovie Smith.
Wait a minute. No. Mike Tomlin, when he came to Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin was a 4-3 guy.
Yeah. He
was on the staff at Tampa Bay. He was on the staff with Minnesota as a defensive coordinator with Minnesota, and they played a 4-3. When Mike Tomlin came to Pittsburgh, they told him, you can be the coach, but we play a 3-4.
Mm-hmm.
And meet your defensive coordinator, Dick LeBeau, and meet your offensive coordinator. He didn't have a say on who was going to be his defensive coordinator or his offensive coordinator in the very beginning. He was told, these are the people that are going to be on your staff. And he took the job. So sometimes you just can't come into a place and say, I want this and I want that. Sometimes you just got to say, okay, I'll take the job.
Well, how did that work out for them? The head coach that they did take. No, talking about Byron Leftwich. You went on the timeline talking about the story of that. So Byron Leftwich said, I want to have this person or some people on my staff. They said no. They went out and got the coach from college. What was his name?
No. He got fired.
But he got fired. But that was Byron Leftwich was going for that job.
And they said no to Byron, and then they went after Peterson.
They went for Peterson. But I'm just saying, look how that worked out for them before.
I was never sold on Myers.
But
I thought Myers was highly overrated.
But they gave him all autonomy. Oh, you could do this, do that, and look what he did. I'm going to bring in what's the name to play tight end, quarterback, and look how that worked out. Almost ruined the quarterback's career.
That was a nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah,
he did. I don't get it. I don't see. There's no way I would have hired him, but they did, and they gave him full autonomy.
Oh,
I am very reluctant on giving a college coach the keys to the car because some arrogant ones. There's not a whole bunch of Jimmy Johnsons out there that from college that you can give full reign to your organization and not make it successful.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I didn't think he was asking for much. To me,
but I
just kind of want some people around you.
I think if Brock gets the job, I think they wind up Trey Lance is still going to be there because nobody's not going to take him.
I think somebody would take him. Because you would get something for him now at the end of the beginning of the season rather than having him sit on the bench and not do anything.
Okay, let's take a look. Well, you know what? New Orleans is going to be looking for a quarterback.
They might get one in the draft.
That's why. So your Trey Lance is out.
Well, nah, I'm not saying that.
Carolina.
Yep.
They may look at him.
Yep.
Houston's going to get a quarterback in the draft.
I don't know
Atlanta's going to go with that quarterback that they drafted. Cooper.
No, they're going with Riddler.
Riddler. I'm sorry. That's his name. Riddler. From Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So they're going to give him a shot.
And I think I said this a couple of weeks ago or something, like Trey Lance he's behind the 8 ball, man. He's with that leg injury and not having any time. This is 3rd year and he got nothing. Resume.
What I would personally do if I'm Trey Lance, I would look at being the backup quarterback for Arizona.
Maybe. I don't know.
Washington is going to probably look into the draft. Tampa Bay might look into the draft.
Yeah. And they definitely will be in there. That might be a team you can maybe think of because they're mid-high where they won't be in the top 10. So
Tennessee's going to look at a quarterback.
No, they're not. They got the quarterback they just took.
I don't think they're sold on him.
He ain't even play. He only played in a couple of games.
Well, you got to remember, Tennessee just fired their general manager.
Yeah, I don't see that. You talking about first round now? Well, did he go first or second round? He might have went later, but nah, I don't think so yet.
He didn't go until. I don't think he went till like something like the 3rd or 4th round.
I thought it was second, maybe. But either way, he got no tape, so I don't see them getting rid of him already.
No, I think they're going to hold on to him.
Yeah. But I don't know. That's definitely going to be able to see. And you said Brock is winning tonight, looking real Purdy. So it's going to be interesting. I have to take Terry's Niner jacket.
Yeah, that's going to be something.
What do you think about the? Well, I don't even want to. I was going to talk about the Jets, but that whole quarterback situation. They moved.
Was drafted in the 3rd round.
Who?
Malik Willis was drafted in the 3rd round.
Yeah. Okay. And he played decent when he did play in those games. They didn't let him. I didn't think they'd let him throw the ball enough. It was just running, but he played pretty good to me.
He reminds me of a poor man, Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Now, will he have better accuracy with his passing next year? That remains up in the air.
Well, that comes with time. That comes with mechanics and time.
So let me ask you a question. Going into Sunday picks.
Yeah.
Colts versus Minnesota.
Give me Minnesota. I think Minnesota should win that game. They should pretty much dominate that game, but we'll see.
This is a 4:25 game. I'm surprised it's not on at 8:00.
What's that?
Ravens and Cleveland.
Why do you think that should be an 8:00 game?
Well, let me ask you this. Who would you rather see? Well, you know what? Yeah, they did it right because Lamar Jackson's not going to be playing in that game.
Yeah.
If Lamar Jackson was playing in the game, it would be a pretty interesting game to see how much rust is knocked off of Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, well, and that's a whole nother thing. I was about to say it's not like he's been lighting it up either. So, yeah, you don't want that game at 8:00. And if I had to pick,
so who do you have?
Give me Cleveland.
I'll go with Cleveland too. Cleveland's at home. Why not?
They're at home. Ravens quarterback. I don't even know. Yeah.
They had no other choice but to put this game on at 8:00. Ugh. Because there's really no game that's going to stand out and make you go, wow, this should be a Sunday night football game. So you have Miami and Buffalo at 8:00.
And these games are Saturday, right? That you mentioned? I think those are Saturday games. These are Saturdays, yeah. So, yeah, it'll be a good Saturday night of football. Buffalo, Miami. At Buffalo, it's gonna be pretty cold. I was about to say pretty bleeping cold, but yeah, give me Buffalo. Give me Buffalo.
Yeah, I got Buffalo too.
8:00 too. It's gonna be night. It's gonna be cold.
Man, I'm getting cold already.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, shoot.
You ready for this?
I have a jacket on watching the game.
I remember the worst football game because it was brutally cold here. And I think it was like minus 20 or 15. And it was New England versus Tennessee. It was a Saturday playoff game. And I said, you know what? I got home from work and I was out in the cold. And I looked at my boss and I looked at Big Al that I was working with. I said, I'm not working late. Guys, you can stay out here all night until the cows come home. I'm gone. And I said, I want to watch. Yep. I said, I'm going to watch the football game. And then when they watched they said what the temperature was for that game. I said, you know what? I'm out. I can't even watch something this stupid. It's too cold. I'm saying to myself, how can you tackle somebody that's this cold? I'd be like, you come in near me and I got to tackle you. I'd be like, hey, it's too cold for contact. End zone that way. Keep it going. Woo, woo.
Especially, man, once my hands and feet get cold, which take all of 10 minutes, I'm done. Call it a day. What are you doing? I'm not doing nothing. I'm done.
Yeah. I don't care. If I was a guard at a bank and I had to stand outside in the cold, if the bank robber left me some nice foot warmers and some nice warm gloves right here, I'd be like, go in there, rob the bank. I don't care. It's too cold for me to be out here. I ain't see nobody. Falcons and Saints.
Falcons and Saints.
This is Ritter's first game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Atlanta. I think they might be. Oh, that's in New Orleans, though, huh? Nah, give me New Orleans.
Yeah.
If it was in Atlanta, I would say they'd be going crazy.
And the quarterback said, "I'm out."
Who?
You demoting me? Mariota.
Yeah.
Mariota's. I thought he shouldn't have did that for his career. You don't walk out on a team. You suck it up.
Yeah, you gotta suck it up. Yeah, he's not the first player, but
yeah,
guess my man's like, you guys used me up now. I got all beat up, but that's part of football.
Yep, you're getting paid, Buttercup.
Yeah.
Detroit and the Jets at the Jets.
That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah,
believe it or not. Yeah.
That should have been the 8:00 game, to be honest with you, for
Yeah.
Sunday night.
Jets need this for all the marbles to stay in the hunt. They're gonna have their work cut out. But I'm gonna take the Jets, and I do like that quarterback. I like him. I think he might be the answer for them.
Pittsburgh and Carolina.
Give me Pitt. Yeah, I'm a Pitt Steeler fan. Just give me Pitt. Who you taking?
I'm going with Carolina.
Oh, now you flip flop. Yeah.
No, you know why I'm going with Carolina?
What's up?
Because I watched Carolina take the football and they rammed it down Seattle's throat.
Mm-hmm. And that's the opposite why I took Pittsburgh, because I'm like, I don't see Tomlin be like, you guys, the way they got ran the ball over, I don't see that happening again.
Over 200 yards rushing by the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh had to admit that they played a better physical style of football.
Yep.
So I think I'm going with Carolina. Dallas and Jacksonville. Who do you have?
I'm taking Jacksonville. I think if I had to bet on a game, I'm taking Jacksonville. I think this is the game that Dallas may overlook next week. Yep. And Jacksonville going to come up and give them something.
Yep, I agree. I think Dallas is going to be very surprised how physical Jacksonville can play. Kansas City and Houston.
Kansas City. Not much to say in that one.
Cardinals and Denver.
Is Russell Wilson even playing? I don't even know.
Yeah, I would say he's going to probably play.
Denver, just give me Denver. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, close your eyes and throw a dart.
If I was betting, I'll say the points, but I don't even know.
New England and the Raiders.
Big game for both of these teams. I'm gonna take the Raiders.
I'm only going to take the Raiders because every time one of Bill Belichick's guys leave his team, they usually and go on to be a head football coach. They usually beat them.
Yeah.
Tennessee and San Diego.
That's another big game. If the coach don't blow it, I'll take the Chargers.
I'm going with the Chargers. I don't see enough passing coming out of Tennessee. Bengals and Tampa Bay.
Give me Tampa Bay. Give me Tampa Bay. Yeah.
I think that was a bad move. I think
I'm sorry.
The Bengals.
Cincy? I'm sorry. That was Cincy? Yeah, I'm sorry. I got distracted because yeah, give me Cincy. Yeah. Now Terry had called in, but I wasn't sure. So I was like, oh, what happened? But give me Cincinnati. Yeah, on that one. Yeah, I kind of got distracted.
You got your head on straight. New York Giants and Washington.
I want the Giants to. I want them to win, but I think it's going to be Washington, man. Who you think is going to take that one?
Washington.
Yeah, you don't think the Giants have a chance?
No.
Boy, wow.
I think I don't trust the Giants. Too much of Dr. Jekyll meets Mr. Hyde for me. Los Angeles Rams versus at Green Bay.
Who's that?
Rams versus Packers.
Oh, Packers. Give me the Packers.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go with the Packers too. Wow.
You're not taking Baker? Baker, man? You don't think he can?
No.
No?
Baker where?
The Rams.
No.
Would you forgot he was a quarterback?
He didn't. To me, what happened last Thursday night against the Raiders, the defensive coordinators should have been escorted out of the stadium and locked up.
Oh.
Because with 10 seconds left, how do you go play press coverage?
Well, we got a Niner fan on the phone here who jumped in.
Yep.
Bang, bang, Niner gang.
It would be our compadre.
Are you loving Are you loving the game that you're watching right now?
Yep. I'm liking what I'm seeing. We should pull it out. We're going to win the NFC West with this win. And after that, I just want everybody to heal up and be ready for the playoffs.
Hey, Terry, while you're on the phone, I have a question for you. I shout out a hypothetical question. If Mr. Purdy, as we call him, take you to the championship game, what do you do the following year quarterback-wise? Do you keep Lance and still let Jimmy G walk? Because you'll have two quarterbacks.
Yeah, Jimmy G is...
You got no control over Jimmy G.
Yeah, Jimmy G, you have to let him go. He did a great job stepping in for us when Trey Lance went down, but this is what was going to happen anyway. So you let him go, and to be honest with you, I was thinking about that a little bit this week. Brock Purdy, no matter what even if he wins the Super Bowl, in my eyes, knowing Shanahan, it'll be at least in training camp, it'll be a quarterback. They're gonna have to both show that they're ready to be the starting quarterback. In my eyes, I think Shanahan will still look to make them both prove that out. Now, if they don't win the Super Bowl, it's going to be a quarterback battle. But Jimmy G's out of there.
And that was the thing I kind of feared, because if obviously Jimmy G is gone, but you'll basically have two quarterbacks on your roster for your 1 and 2 who haven't played a total of maybe, I don't even think that would give Brock 10 games. So you have two quarterbacks that haven't played 10 games.
Yeah. And you got to look at the 49ers. This is a unique situation. Well, I'll say for them, we've seen this before. You're looking at the Ravens when they had Trent Dilfer. Let's face it, it's the defense that is taking care of the job, and the offense is now they have weapons though. Let's not forget they have weapons this year, but the Niner team, the defense is the catalyst for that team. So in a situation like that, I think you can get away with having two quarterbacks that haven't played many games. If things do change, you have in Purdy, let's just say you wanted to make a trade or something, you have a little bit of leverage in Purdy for now. I like Purdy. It's just going to be interesting to see what happens when teams get more film study on him. But I don't think they can go wrong either way. Jimmy, it's been written in the books that he's out. So now you roll with these two quarterbacks, and you let them have a quarterback battle going into next season, especially if the Niners don't win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. But I was like, well, that's a bad predicament for your GM to be in, even though it looked good. But to have Lance on the team and then to have a person who got picked at last in the draft be your starter. Yeah.
But is it though? It kind of looks like you know what you're doing, right? You know what you do. You drafted well. If that's the case, let's say they win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Lynch looks like he knew what he's doing. And in my eyes, even if them winning the NFC West, he still looks good. it looks like they know what they're doing draft wise.
I propose that you try to get rid of Lance and get some value while you can, because you'll theoretically, wherever you do this year, you're going to be losing players next year, so you're going to have to recoup some of the players that you lose. I'm assuming on the defensive end.
But
so.
My only thing is, like you said, the thing with that is Lance hasn't played. So what team is going to take him? They take Purdy before they would take Lance.
Yeah, you're in a tough spot. Yeah, he got no game experience.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a couple games last year and a game, 2 games this year. So, like I said, if it was any other team, or if it was any other team, I would say they're in a tough spot. But the defense is the catalyst. But like you said, I do agree with you. Eventually, the team is going to change because people are going to want to get paid. You can't keep everybody, but you just got to see how it plays out this year.
Yeah.
But they do look like they draft well. I mean, they've been able to pick up running backs that are able to kind of fill in, So we'll see.
No.
We will see on next episode of XO Sports. Episode 79.
It's looking real Purdy right now, though. Looking real Purdy.
I ain't even see, but now I might not want to see. I don't know. But I need to see because I really haven't seen this quarterback, man. So.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, yeah.
Tell me about that subscribe button.
What's up here? Hey, we want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening in tonight. I apologize. I had some obligations I had to take care of, so I couldn't be on with the fellas.
Taking care
tonight.
of business every day.
Yep.
So you guys getting paid too much. Like too much vacation time around here. Hey, my back to work.
But as Malcolm says, next man up. So that's what we did tonight, and we'll be back. Hopefully, we'll have the full squad. Everybody come off the injured reserve, and we'll be back on next week.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to XO Sports Talk.
Definitely. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Good night.